Here's an interesting item that I recently sold on eBay. This item would be of most interest to Taxco sterling silver collectors. This is an articulated fish, and this is a large one. Usually you see them much smaller, used as pendants. This one was made to be used as a bottle opener. I was actually able to sell this articulated fish on eBay for a little over $150. What's really neat about these articulated fish is the way its bodies move. It can kind of swivel its body much the way a fish would move while it was swimming. You can see in some of my other photos the rods which make up the body and kind of keep the segments together, and that's what allow it to move the way that it does. This fish was especially nice because it had mother of pearl and black onyx eyes, which you can see. One thing that was detrimental to the fish, I believe, was it was engraved on the head on both sides. One side had kind of a date. It was like 28 and then a Roman numeral 3 and a 90. The other side of the head was engraved with initials, and those are I and then C and another C. The tail of the fish has a lot of hallmarks, which you should be able to see in my last photo. You had a partial Mexico stamp, and then you had a number 2 stamp. Then there's also like a partial round Los Castillo Taxco stamp, and then there was another partial Taxco stamp, which was on like the right-hand side of the fish tail. Another thing that didn't really help me when I was trying to sell a fish or list it was that I couldn't really say it was sterling. It wasn't hallmarked to sterling, so I had to say it's either sterling or maybe a lower grade of silver, or maybe just silver plated. I didn't know for sure. I don't really think that mattered because the way it was constructed just made it a really nice piece. And it was also large. The fish was actually about 7 1/4 inches long, and it was also about 2 3/4 inches across the body from top to bottom. One thing about the fish, if it were actually sterling, and I kind of believe it was, it weighed about 5½ ounces, which is pretty heavy, and that gives it just flat out value just in silver content in itself. So there it is, just a really beautiful piece of Taxco silver that I just recently had in my possession. I kind of wanted to share with everybody. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you.